What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Y'all remember that car? Yeah, I know. I kind of forgot about it too. I really don't drive it that much. One of the main reasons I don't drive it that much is because it's extremely loud. Like ridiculously loud. Like not the cool loud either. Like it's a 2.5 straight pipe all the way back from the headers. And I found out recently that some of the header bolts aren't even in there. So I actually put some in there, kind of put that on my Instagram story that I found some bolts missing.
Where my bolts, bruh? I ain't got no bolts, bruh. It was like this for I don't know how long since I had them on. It's 2, 3.
And yeah, that car is extremely loud, and it's not fun to drive because it's so loud. So today we're actually going to try to shut this thing up. So that's what we're on today. I have a vibrant, ultra quiet resonator. I also bought some cheap Amazon muffler, which, I mean, I don't expect it to be the best thing in the world, but I'm gonna throw that on there and hopefully it will quiet it up, because this thing is too loud. It's not even fun to drive, for real. Way too loud. Anyways, let's take a quick peek at the stuff I scooped up. Like I said, this is a vibrant performance ultra quiet resonator, so that should really shut it up for the most part. I mean, there's like this car doesn't even have cats on it, so I mean it's pretty much as loud as it can possibly be. So hopefully this shuts it up. It looks nice and perforated in there. So welded somewhere in the middle of that exhaust system, and this is some little cheap. Like I swear, I think this thing was like $40 from Amazon, and hopefully it does something. I don't expect it to sound awesome, but you know, it's gonna sound better than what it is. This thing is so ricey. Look at the burnt tips and everything. Oh man. I guess I don't really care. This is probably temporary. I don't know. If it don't sound bad, then maybe I'll keep it. But I mean, whatever I can do to shut this thing up just a little bit. I actually had this stuff sitting on the shelves for like 2 months in there, but I was so focused on trying to get that car done. I said I was going to get it done by 2020, by the end of it, and I know it's late November and time is running short, but you know, I had to take a break from it. Still ordering stuff, still saving up some money, but yeah. But today we're working on this one. Oh, and the car is officially registered. Remember I told you guys I'm going to paint this car red when it's actually ready, because that's the real color of it. And I got a tag, custom tag. Thing's gonna be red. It's gonna be hot. So I got a tag that says tamale. Did it like a hot tamale. I thought it was funny. Hot tamale, because y'all suck. All right, well, let's get this thing loaded up and head to the exhaust shop. Let me remind you how loud this car is. So despite this thing being extremely loud and annoying because of it, it's really not that bad of a car. I mean, it definitely has its problems. It's definitely ugly as shit right now, but that will all be addressed later. It's a little bouncy with these coilovers. They are max speeding rods. They're like $220 or something like that. And I don't know if they have preload adjustments. I'm gonna try to look into it, and if they do, I could probably fix that problem. I think the preload is way too high, and that's why they're so extremely bouncy right now. But other than that, I had a problem with my daily, the M3. The wheel bearing went out, and I had to drop it off at a shop, and I had to drive this car for 3 days straight, and it was actually fine. I mean, I drove it to work and everything, and it was my only car at the time, so all my trust was in it, and it handled it perfectly. It was fine. I sat in traffic, and it didn't warm up or overheat. I know, right? For an E36, what the fuck? So other than the fact that it's extremely loud, I don't really hate this car. So I think if we quiet it down today, I'll probably drive this car more regularly. Plus, since if you're new to this channel, this will be my drift car, and I need to practice and learn how to drift. And I don't want to practice in somebody's parking lot and alert the entire zip code that I'm spinning out. So I kind of need to acquire a car for that. Now, if you remember when I first got this car, a lot of this stuff wasn't working. Like the window didn't work, easy fix. The taillights didn't work, just had to replace those. The clutch wasn't working, had to swap out the clutch slave cylinder. And but after that, you know, after I got a lot of that stuff fixed, I mean, it's been pretty decent other than that. I put the door cards in, they weren't in there when I got the car. And yeah, it's not too bad. I definitely probably need a back seat. That's why it's also so loud in here too, because I don't have a back seat. And but the back seat I have did not fit with the door cards. It was kind of weird. It's like an M3 back seat for a sedan, and it was too big for the door cards. I don't know why, but they were. If you ever wanted to know what it feels like to drive with a 391 diff, this is it. Going 80, 4,000 RPM in 5th gear. Oh, and by the way, guys, you have not heard me floor this car yet in this whole video. This is how loud it really is. This is too loud, dude. Kind of like rings my ear. We are here. Boy. Y'all might remember this car. I'm gonna try to drive it today. We gonna see. Yeah, this thing is terrible. I get heard on the highway too when it shakes. It's like row, 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 row.
I'm surprised it didn't fucking be scraping. That's a nice one. Damn. Whoever did this exhaust, they just didn't put a hanger anywhere? Just this?
That's what it looks like.
Hey man. Oh yeah.
I've never actually been under this car yet, so.
Oh shit.
So now I get to really experience.
Yeah, just don't look too hard.
Yeah.
Find stuff you don't like.
Oh, I already see stuff I don't like. I've seen worse. Bruh. My dip bolt isn't even all the way in. I'm telling you, every day I find some stuff on this car. Jesus Christ. Alright guys, I was trying to get Johnny to talk about his shop, but he's a little camera shy, so I guess I'll do it for him. Anyways, we're at Heat Lightning Speed Shop. They do a lot of custom fabrications. They love drift cars. This is actually Johnny's drift car. It looks like a stance car, I know, but it's actually a drift car. He slides it just like that. I'm gonna try to get the keys from them later so I can do that. That'll be a separate episode if I do. But you can see that obviously they do exhaust work, they do intercooler piping and stuff like that. They're up here in Gainesville, so if you're in the area or not too far from the area, I drove like 45 minutes to get here, but I think it was worth it. And yeah, they love 1JZ, 2JZ, all that stuff. So I mean, they got 240 in there, right-hand drive, look like a SR20 or something. I'm not too familiar with 240s like that. But yeah, they're just doing some custom fabrication and stuff like that. But definitely check out Heat Lightning Speed Shop if you're in the area. They're awesome. While I was talking, this GS was actually parking and just came out and just aired out on me. Well, I see you. All right. And then this is one LS. This is Johnny's LS. I think it's his daily LS, and that's his, you know, his actual drift car. So, you gonna let me drive this thing today?
Yeah, man.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Can't be welding in Crocs.
So what's the quick rundown on this car? It's 1J, obviously.
Yeah, DVTI 1J, CD009. It's got a built bottom end, stock head, cams, E85, power FC, Tomei turbo.
Yeah.
That's the cool part about the car. The rest is just beat up shitty LS at this point. But. Right now, it's putting down 500 to the wheels.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like 23 pounds of boost. So.
Damn. Is it hooked? Should I be?
It's pretty straight.
Yeah. All right.
It's got 245s and like zero camber in the back. And
all right.
Club stiff, you know.
Well, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, man. It's fun. It's just beat up as hell now.
That's what's up.
Gets the job done. Oh shit. Oh man. I want to cut that exception. Damn it, even. Yeah, no.
This has to sound better than it was.
Exactly. Want that long driveway like made back in the day.
YouTube life. Got to talk to yourself sometimes. So anyways, they are knocking out the exhaust pretty easy. You know, it's light work for them. But I'm gonna stick around till that gets done. I want to hear what it sounds like. I'm gonna assume it sounds pretty good. I mean, it has to sound anything better than it was before. So, and then after that, I'm definitely gonna take Johnny's LS for a quick drive. You know, for give me them keys. That'll be a separate episode. I'll put this episode out first because this will be easier to edit. And then, so by the time you're watching this, stay tuned. Next few days, you'll see that video. And yeah, so let's see what this thing's gonna sound like in a few minutes. All right, I went ahead and drove this thing. I just finished filming it. This thing is insane. So when that video comes out, y'all gotta watch it. This thing, my heart's still racing. I've been out of the car for like 5 minutes. This thing is crazy. Anyways, they're done with the exhaust, so let's go look at it and drop the car and see what it sounds like. All right. Definitely looks better. My little ricer tip, my little $40 eBay exhaust, but I bet it sounds better than what it did before. So let's do it. They also fixed my diff bolt because it was the wrong size, so they retapped it and put a new one in there. So thank you, Johnny, because that would have been a disaster.
It's more fun doing full exhaust.
Alright, let's see.
Oh wow, there's like a gasket blown out up front.
Yeah, it's missing bolts still.
Okay.
That's definitely better. Sounds like a normal car now.
You said it's missing bolts?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. They didn't put it back in.
Look at that or what?
They didn't put it back in there, so I was gonna reach in there. I put like half of them in there, but I think it's probably easier to go from the bottom. So I'll just do that another day. But I brought them if you think you can reach in there, but it's probably hot as shit now.
Kill it real fast. We'll look at it real fast too.
All right, I think I mentioned earlier that some of the header bolts were missing. If I didn't, some of the header bolts were missing. and we got them all in there now because it's on a lift. You can, it's a little bit easier, and it still sounds like a big exhaust leak. We just found it. Like I said, I keep finding stuff on this damn car. Ah, it finally sounds normal.
Much better.
Yes, yes. I can drive this. That's what's up. That actually sounds good. I actually like that. I like it a lot. Not bad for a little $40 muffler.
Yeah. The other one's probably doing all the work.
I know. Oh my God, that sounds so much better. I could drive this. I'll drive this all day long. Wow. I'm happy. I said this on my Instagram story a while back, and I just want to let y'all know too, if you ever want a project car, buy something bone stock. Buy it from some old lady or whatever you want to do, and don't buy nobody's project car, because you never know what's going on with that car. Yeah, I've found so much weird stuff with this car. I mean, we found 2 things today just from putting the car in the air. I had no idea the diff bolt wasn't even right. It was, the diff bolt was the wrong thread pitch, and it didn't go in all the way, so they just stopped and kind of left it there. So I've been driving with a diff bolt halfway through my diff, and then that big exhaust leak, which I thought was because the exhaust bolts were missing, it was because there's no O2 sensor in there. So he just put a plug in there and we're good now. It sounds like a regular car. I'm hyped. I'm actually like excited to drive this car now. Spending a little bit of time here and there fixing everything. I mean it's part of the game, but if this was a bone stock car to start with, then you know I wouldn't have to do half of this stuff. So if you want a project car, start with a bone stock car. That's my advice to you. All right, guys. Well, man, it's paid. He got me a shirt too. Represent the shop. Check the beard. You know, they're pretty serious about their beards. Definitely go home, and I'm glad I can actually hear. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm actually excited for the ride home now. Hopefully I got enough battery so y'all can hear it. The thing isn't going to die, but first of all, start up. It's so quiet. Oh my God. Oh. It's like a whole new car now. It's normal. Y'all can hear me. You guys can still hear me. There's a lot of rattling going on with these cheap ass coilovers, but other than that, we good, man. Well, that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Johnny and Heat Lightning Speed Shop, for looking out for me and definitely making this car a whole lot more bearable and actually fun to drive now. I love driving E36s, but I could not drive this thing before, and I'm like really happy now. So thank you, Johnny. Really helped a lot. And yeah, y'all stay tuned for the next video. Definitely stay tuned for that drive with the LS, because I promise you it's amazing. So yeah, deuces. See you in the next one.